named PinkBox Donuts, and just by chance we chose the one that's the actual bakery, the distribution center, where they distribute to all locations all over Vegas and Vegas proper. Yeah, Vegas proper. So even though it's PinkBox Donuts, seasonally we got the purple box today. What are the flavors we got today, JC?
Oh man, we got a mixed match of stuff. I can't even remember half of these. We respectively ordered 2 or 3 each.
Yep.
I went with the big salmon.
There you go. Salmon.
And I went with there's like an ube, or it's like a purple cronut.
Cronut is a
croissant donut
I
combination.
like
And then I don't know, I forgot what the other one. I think I got a PBJ donut.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was yours.
What's the other combination kind of like donut that's been trending? It's not a croissant donut, but it's a something mixed
Yeah, I know
together.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They just opened one at, like in Caesars. They have it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do, yeah. It's
God
not
damn
coming.
Yeah.
I can't remember the
If
damn
anybody
thing.
knows that, comment on the
Like,
bottom. Let us know. Remind us, because obviously
It's a croissant mixed with something else, though. It's a croissant.
something.
It's a crow something.
Crow
Anyways,
something.
all right. I went super basic. I wanted the maple bacon, but they were out of it.
Mhm.
And like once I started thinking about maple, I wanted the maple flavor. So I went basic. I got the maple old fashioned. Usually, you ever go to a restaurant or a spot and you're like, you can gauge how good that spot is on that basic thing.
Yeah.
Like you go to a Chinese restaurant, I can gauge how good it is based on the chow mein. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You go to a pho place, you get the basic pho.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
If they do it
The
right,
broth,
then
right? Yeah, if the broth is
Exactly.
good, then you know the rest of the spot's gonna be all right.
Fried
right?
chicken place, basic fried chicken. You know.
Exactly. But with that being said, the old fashioned isn't my way of doing it. But I wanted the maple.
But it's
so
a
maple old
classic. It's a
fashioned.
classic.
Yeah.
Classic donut.
Would you
so-
say it's a classic old fashioned?
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, and then I got the salted caramel cheesecake donut, I
Yeah.
guess, glazed, right?
Yeah.
Lito, what you got on deck?
I got the creme brulee donut here. Nice crispy shell in it. Has the good texture.
You ever see them make like creme brulee fresh before?
Yeah, with a little blowtorch.
Do you own a
in it.
torch?
I do.
That's
I
cool.
got one as a gift. I don't know if we've ever used it. But it's nice to have anyway. And then the other one I had was the John Lemon.
That's
guy
I
right
love
here.
it. So
The lemon meringue style donut.
And a play off of Sir John Lennon, right?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
yeah.
Yeah.
So pink box.
Would you say imagine that's a great donut? Hey, this is a dad's channel. You're getting the dad's jokes, all right?
You gotta hit that quota.
Okay.
Exactly. So this is a nice little nightcap for us. Obviously, it's kind of
Late night. Yeah.
snack, and we were trying to evaluate what we wanted to get. And donuts, it was. So
You know, it's funny saying it's a late night in Vegas. People are watching thinking that it must be like 1 a.m. It's a late night, and it's 10 p.m.
yeah, but
That's dad's.
Dad's late night.
That's dad's time. That's dad's time.
We all had a pretty long day of travel and work, so tonight we're calling it early with a donut nightcap, but the next couple days it might be a little bit longer.
So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how we fare with these donuts. So how do you want to do this, man?
Well, I think I'm gonna take a bite of my old fashioned first and see how fresh this is. You know, I think it'd be hard like to mess this up.
Let's hope they didn't.
So with an old fashioned, when you get something, sometimes it's like too dense. Sometimes it's too fluffy.
Go ahead and take a bite. Break one off. You know what? You can't really mess this up unless it's like 2 days old. You know what I mean? Because the old fashioned, I feel like, is the most like shelf stable compared to like a glaze. If you have a glazed donut out for the entire day, it gets dry.
It goes right.
The old fashioned itself is already kind of dry.
Yeah.
Because it's a cake donut versus like a fried donut, right?
Definitely.
Help yourself. I mean, it's standard. I'm not blown away by it.
Yeah.
But it's good.
I mean, again, I don't think they fumbled it or messed it up per se, but it doesn't really kind of jump off the table. You know what I mean? It's nice and dense. At least it fits the bill. It fits the profile of what you expect.
This is like a basic bitch donut.
It is
To hit the
basic.
spot though, for what you were looking for.
The flavor's good. You know what? The flavor's alright. The flavor's alright. Now, this is the least crazy out of all the donuts.
I don't know what we should do. I don't know which one I I want to get. Should I try the cronut? Yeah, actually for the vlog, let's try the cronut. I want something a little bit different from that. So with
Did it say ube or we just guessed?
I don't think it said ube.
I think it's blueberry.
It's blueberry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's ube.
It's funny, as a Filipino, you think that anything purple is automatically
I
ube.
know, right?
With the trend on how big ube is
I had an ube shake from Jack in the Box 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
from Jack in the Box,
From Jack in the Box.
a non-regional. Do you think it's like a national
I think so.
rollout?
They just
It's not
run
even
it
called
with
an
it.
ube shake. It's called like a witch shake.
But it's ube.
Ube flavored.
That's cool.
So we'll see if it is taro ube flavored or blueberry. So with the cronut, it has what the texture of a croissant with the glaze of a donut.
Should be like nice and flaky and
Yeah,
layered
it should
in
be
there.
nice. It's blueberry, it's not ube. Hell no, it's not ube.
I see a little bit of disappointment in your face, dude.
I wanted it to be ube so bad. It's got a nice little flake
Okay, yeah.
to it.
Got the good texture then.
Yeah,
That's what you want.
definitely. I guess I'm still just caught up that it's not ube, man. But it's got a nice blueberry flavor.
Is it Krispy Kreme that does like the blueberry sour cream donut? That's a good donut.
You wanna
I've had
try?
it.
I've had that.
Yeah, I want to bite. I'm gonna take it. Thanks.
I'm not mad at it.
Help yourself, dude. Want it?
I'll get
You
there
okay?
later.
All right.
Yeah.
Saving myself.
It's
It's got a nice flake to it.
it's good. It's fresh. I'm into it.
Which one do you like better? Do you like the old fashioned or do you like the cronut?
The old fashioned super basic.
Yeah.
You know what? The blueberry glaze on top is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I'd almost like it if. Is there any blueberry inside the cronut
No.
part on the bottom?
There's no blueberry inside.
So it's really just the glaze on the
It's
top
just
that
the
makes it
glaze.
blueberry. So they can really make that cronut and put any glaze on the top and make it that flavored donut.
Yeah. But I don't think you could put filling on a cronut.
Is
I
there
don't
such
know.
a thing as a filled cronut? That's a good question.
I don't
But
know.
then you talk about like a chocolate croissant, and then it has chocolate in it.
Yeah, you have like layers of it.
Yeah.
Not like
Yeah.
not like a jelly or anything.
Quite enjoyable. It's actually, I was pleasantly surprised at the cronut.
Have you seen how like croissants get made on YouTube or anything?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
It's like it's a lot like that's how you get all the layers, right? And in between the layers, it's butter, right, to separate it, and then it rises, and that's how you get the big sponginess of the croissant. You know, it's funny. You ever talk to folks that are like speak normal, but then when they say croissant, they say croissant.
Croissant.
That always trips me
That
out.
might be a regional thing. How about you like
Croissant.
Yeah.
But they
You
speak
better
like,
be from Paris or
you're like New Orleans or something?
Montreal or something if you
Yeah.
do that. You know what I mean? With that said, cronut, pretty good. Pretty good. I think they executed this pretty well.
Is it gone already?
it's
Oh
still there.
yeah, like
Still
I
there.
was impressed. You took it down. You took it
I
down.
I need a drink of water, but
What do you want, Lito? Go ahead, man.
I'm gonna take a look at this creme brulee. I think this one is stuffed, so it might be a little bit messy. But
Probably creme brulee filling, right? With the
I
with the
assume it is
crust-
creme
with
brulee
the-
filling with the caramelized crust.
Yeah.
Let's see.
so what is creme brulee? Is how different is creme brulee from like flan?
I think it's a custard, right? Creme brulee is a custard itself, and then is brulee what
That's damn good.
is brulee what the process is when they put the sugar on
Okay.
top and they caramelize it? That's
Believe
that
so.
you
So
could
that's-
because you
that's-
could brulee anything, right? If you put sugar on top and then you caramelize it with a torch.
That's a defining.
It's really good. There's a nice crunchy texture on top. It's got a little bit of bitterness from like being burnt off.
Mm.
Actually works nicely with the
I like that.
with the sugar. You guys try it.
Here. You can see the burnt top with the glaze.
It's sticky too.
Mm.
Talk about breaking bread. We're really breaking bread right now.
Here, I'm gonna do something crazy here. I'm gonna put some of that because that's what this was missing.
It needs some of that moisture, some of that filling. Want to try, John?
Levels up.
I do.
It's pretty good, right?
I like the brulee on top. It really sets it off, makes it different from
For sure,
other glazed donuts. So is it brown sugar that's just kind of
Yeah.
toasted on top of it?
Make it nice and crunchy like that.
That's
yeah.
excellent. I like how they're not doing too much with it. You know, it's almost like a cream-filled donut, like a custard donut, and there's caramelized sugar on top. They're not trying to do too much, and it's excellent the way it is.
That's a good one. I
So
like
you
that
think
one.
it's the same cream that they would use on a cream-filled donut, or is it different?
It's more custardy. It's not like a whipped cream, because like I'm comparing it to just like to Krispy Kreme, because I know a lot of people have had it. You can get like the chocolate glazed, white whipped cream filled donut, or you can get the custard filled donut, and it's two different things. This is
Yeah.
it's custard.
I'm good with the whipped cream. You gotta get
Yeah,
custard on
it's
a
custard.
donut, man.
My favorite donut of all time is a maple custard filled bar with bacon on top.
Is it from a specific
Yeah.
place?
You know where has it? That's in Skyline Plaza. That
Oh yeah, by Kevin's. Actually, there's a
Yeah,
there's-
It's a small
Kevin's
little spot.
is having-
Small little spot, and I was going there for a long time, and like, he makes all the donuts there, and then he did like a maple bar custard filled with and he put bacon on top.
See, it's hit or miss with those kinds of things. If they put it, I feel like the bacon needs to be done
Thanks.
right. Like if they have like the chewy bacon, that's where it kind of kills the pastry for me. It needs to be more on the crispy side.
You like crunchy bacon.
Well, for the maple bacon donut,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
You need that texture.
You need that texture, that crispy texture, and you don't want the chewy kind of gummy kind of bacon.
I get it. I
You
get
know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, and I've had, you know, because sometimes bacon has that scent, right? That, you know, it's, I don't know, it's a pork scent.
Okay.
Like, so if it,
Scent.
yeah, scent, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
smell,
Uh-huh,
right?
oh, yeah, yeah,
Right?
uh-huh,
And
uh-huh.
so, you know, I don't think it pairs well if that porky smell is too strong with the sweetness of the donut. Needless to say, I've had a bad maple bacon bar. I was just like, ugh, this is
Really?
gross. But if they do it right, if they do the recipe right, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have the crispy bacon and they do the maple bacon right, then it hits. That's when it smacks.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly. I know what you're
If-
talking
if
about.
you
You
go
don't
to,
want
like-
you don't want chewy bacon.
Yeah,
you don't want
chewy
gummy. You
bacon.
don't want gummy bacon.
Yeah, yeah.
It needs to have a crunch.
Yeah. For that.
Yeah.
You know, if
What
I'm
about-
having eggs, cool, I could have bacon, more of the chewy side. But if I'm having a maple bacon donut, I want that.
My kid, my Melanie, my wife, and the kids, they all like crispy bacon. So whenever I cook bacon, I almost to like a bird level that they like it. But I told you how I cook bacon now, right? I almost boil it first. Did I tell you this already?
No,
I
actually.
believe so.
So I saw this on a cooking video once. So you get your regular 12-inch pan that you use to cook bacon, right? And then you lay the bacon down and you cover it with a thin layer of water, right?
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
I've
so
heard of
so
this.
it boils and it cooks the bacon evenly, and then the fat the fat cooks completely, right?
Yeah.
And then when the water evaporates, then it becomes just a crispy bacon, and the fat almost emulsifies, right?
Interesting.
I see.
But
So
it jacks
that's-
up the pan. The pan gets jacked after. Jacked. They get, man, that fam's spoiled making bacon like that, man. When I growing up, you just throw it on the pan and that's it. That's it.
So that's a pro tip for
Yeah.
for donut makers trying to make a maple bacon. Make sure you put the water in
put the water in first,
bacon.
boil it out, emulsify the fat, and then once the water evaporates, you get the perfect, evenly cooked crispy bacon. Because you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like when you have the bacon that's crispy on the inside and the edges are kind of like
Yeah.
yeah.
A little-
But when you boil it first, it cooks everything down first
Yeah.
completely.
You want to have that treat.
You guys got to come over for brunch. I like cooking brunch. I like doing brunch.
We'll bring some donuts.
Bring the donuts and then I'll bring
we'll
the bacon.
Bring the maple bacon.
I'll bring you a new pan.
Yeah, bring it.
You can do a maple old fashioned with some
I gotta run it.
dried bacon on this. We still have a lot of donuts here. I don't know if we have space for it. I don't know if you guys want to go some more for this.
Did you get 3?
I got
Oh.
3. I was saving one for
Breakfast tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
So-
salted caramel. I don't know. I'm kind of full. You know, I'm gonna have another piece of this, and I might save my salted caramel for tomorrow.
Here, I'm gonna take a bite of.
Yeah, do it.
I'm gonna take a bite just for the vlog.
Which one's that one?
The
Samoa.
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 So the Samoa. We were talking about this at the spot, at the donut spot. Do we call it Samoa or Samoa? What's your take on it, John?
Do you say Tonga or do you say Tonga? For
Depends.
Islanders, right? Yeah, exactly, right? But
if I got my big
Your
island
Usos.
brethren out there.
Yeah, you got your Usos. Then you try to say it right and respect, right?
Exactly.
I think our guy at the spot confirmed that it's named after the cookie, though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
like
you're
that
right.
Girl Scout
Samoa.
cookie.
So
It's a Samoa.
It's not a Samoa. Except if we have Usos here, but none are here right now. So, what is the Girl Scout Samoa? I think it's just like coconut flakes with
Caramel.
like caramel and chocolate.
Chocolate.
So it's just a basic donut, actually. It's circle donut with like chocolate fudge in the back. So
We haven't
I-
tried one of the plain donuts yet, though. Like,
Yeah.
The
So,
cake stuff.
Regular. Yeah.
from a presentation standpoint, it does
Beautiful.
stay consistent with the idea of a Samoa. Let's see how it stands up to the taste test. I taste coconut. I taste caramel.
How's the texture of the donut? What'd you say? If you got a regular glazed donut with the quality and texture of that donut, how would it compare?
See, what's interesting here is, and I'm not a big fudge donut, chocolate donut kind of guy. I like the glaze over.
Oh, there's fudge on the bottom.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, I don't know. You guys should try it. My first impression is the taste of the coconut. It's very unique to this one, to this particular donut. It does remind me of the Samoa, but the texture is different because I feel like it's more dense if you eat the Girl Scout cookie, and this one's more fluffy, like a regular donut. So it has the flavor
what do
of
you
the
think?
Samoa.
Yeah, coconut's very prominent. It's like toasted coconut, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm taking this chunk. Sorry.
Just go for it.
Go for it. I actually like the chocolate in the bottom. I think it holds it together a bit.
It hits you late,
Yeah.
right? You taste the coconut first. The caramel is a little more subtle in terms of a flavor. I
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could barely taste
It's
it.
kind of in the background.
You know what I respect on this is that when you have the chocolate on the bottom, and then the coconut, and then the caramel glaze at the top, it takes longer to make because they have to wait for one side to dry completely before they can do the other side.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? So whatever side they do first, they have to dip this first, and then turn it
Yeah,
upside
yeah.
down, and let it dry, and then flip it over.
You like the
And then
craftsmanship.
this
That's
takes
what it
longer. If there was this donut might be one of the more expensive ones that they're doing.
Higher effort
Yeah.
type of donut. What do you think is harder to make, the creme brulee one or this one? Is it at a higher price point?
What donut do you think is the most expensive out of all that we ordered today?
I'm gonna say the cronut.
The cronut. Cronut.
Correct. $3.25. That's not bad.
Oh, it's very reasonable.
You know, if you went to a cafe, a coffee shop in San Francisco, that could be like a $6.50 donut.
sure,
A $6.95 pastry, right? A $6.95 pastry.
And altogether, what we
So,
spent?
you know, if you're talking about like value here, so even if you go somewhere like Voodoo or something like that, I think it'd be more expensive, right?
I
It'd
feel
be like
I
like
paid-
$4.50 or $5, right?
might even be more from like Universal Studios. Like I feel like they put a huge.
Hey, sure,
amount-
he gave us a plug.
Oh, he did.
He gives us 10% off on
Oh, word?
just on
Kamaina discount.
on the love. You know what? He gave us a local discount.
There you
'Cause
go.
look, he gave us a 10% discount on every donut.
Yeah. Thank you, brother.
Well, shout out to PinkBox Donuts.
I mean, I dropped I work with the Golden Knights, and you never know, bro. You just gotta put it out there. You gotta put it out there.
There
You
you
never
go.
know.
It's not costing him anything.
It doesn't. It doesn't. I tried to get a discount at Lids today, and I said because I bought a hat for someone taking care of us over here, and he's like, oh yeah, it's a regular price.
Right.
And I'm like, all right,
No
even
dice.
though I made this hat,
Yeah.
even though I made this hat, I'm paying full retail it.
Nope.
Over retail.
Corporate price this.
Yeah.
Well-
I see your email address with the company name of the box of the hat you're buying. And
Great,
I don't care.
Great service at the OG PinkBox Donuts, man. Gave
So-
us a Kamaina discount.
The cronut was three and a quarter. The Samoan, the blowtorch, the John Lemon was and the PB&J were $2.95. The maple old fashioned $1.60. That's like the price of like a local your local
Local
Donut
donut
shop,
shop,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I had a lot going on.
It's a lot, right?
Mm.
What flavor hits you first?
You know what?
I feel like you went down and above, so I wouldn't be surprised if the chocolate hit you first.
Here's my critique of this. The texture of the donut's great. A little doughier compared to like my favorite glazed donut. And that's how like I said earlier, like you know how you can tell like a good donut shop is by just going for a glazed donut.
Yeah.
My benchmark is Rolling Pin in San Bruno. They have the best. Like, would you agree? Maybe.
Yeah,
They
I
have-
do.
they
That's
have
my
the
hometown
best
spot, though. I
and
love that
freshest glazed donut. So that's where I am. So like when I compare it to just the base of this donut, it doesn't have the glaze all the way
Yeah,
all the way around.
exactly.
So it's just a donut without the extra sweetness, and the sweetness comes from the outside. So that's what makes it maybe gives it like a. You almost want it to be like a little bit sweeter.
Yeah. I agree.
But
If they glazed it more on the sides, I think it would have.
yeah, because you get the flavor. Because although if you just get this on the side like this, it's bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Might as well
bread.
be like the end of the pizza or
yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
it's a
you know what
crust.
I mean?
It's the crust. But with that being said, all in all, this is such a unique bite. What I would actually do with it, if you really wanted to be like a Samoa Girl Scout cookie, find a way to give it a little more crunch.
Yeah, I was expecting
Yeah.
the coconut to
Yeah.
be a little crunchier.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
it looks toasted, but
Yeah.
it's just kind of chewy.
So like yeah, if you wanted to mimic a true like Samoa, then
Yeah.
give it like a crunch, like a real like cookie shell at the top. Imagine that. Imagine that.
Maybe they could put a little creme brulee. They would solve it, right? Add another step into this. They charge more,
Yeah.
but it would set it off. You can put the little brown sugar,
Wow.
kind of put a blowtorch to it. Then you can add the fudge at the bottom, and then you can sprinkle the coconut on
Oh.
top.
Shout out to homie Kane at PinkBox Donuts for
PinkBox
giving us
Donuts.
giving us
Thank
some
you,
extra
Kane.
love.
Appreciate you.
Local hookup. Man, we went through quite a bit of donuts. Which one was your favorite?
I'm gonna say the creme brulee, just for my own personal taste.
What was yours?
I like the creme brulee. I think you chose a winner
I think it's 3 for 3. It's the creme brulee.
because it wasn't trying to do too much. It wasn't trying to do all this extra stuff. You have a custard-filled donut with a brulee shell.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It's not too overwhelming. Just hits the spot right.
Yeah, they executed it perfectly. Just goes to show you, like, you don't have to have the prettiest donut, the most complex donut. You just got to do it right. You really got to just do it right.
Well, enough on that. See you guys soon. Dad's out.